Thanks for staying tuned to your station, the Africa Independent Television, and welcome to your program. Your program, Secret to Watch Africa, is the program where we bring you the information you need to keep your life safe and secured. For a very long time now, for some time now, we have been focusing on what the armed forces has been doing in Nigeria, because also they have been the lead agency in terms of making sure that Nigeria is more secure. Today, we will bring you a report from both within Nigeria and outside Nigeria. We have to quickly go to the first report, which is the commissioning of a healthcare center in Makurdi by the Chief of Army Staff. Secret to Watch Africa, Shirley Daniels brings you this report.
In a bid to improve the healthcare delivery for officers and their families, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, has commissioned the new medical facilities in 401 Special Forces Brigade, Makurdi, in Benue State. In his remarks, General Lagbaja stated that the facility will not only serve the Nigerian Army personnel, but other members of the public.
I am delighted to be back, this time to inaugurate a remodeled and upgraded medical center, a testament to our commitment to enhancing the healthcare infrastructure in Nigerian Army barracks and cantonments. Upon assuming the role of Chief of Army Staff, I convened with my team to develop a concept for the minimum acceptable standard of medical facility for our formations and units. This was based on the understanding that advancements in technology and breakthroughs in the field of medicine and healthcare have made our previous arrangements inadequate. It was disconcerting to realize that a brigade medical center lacked basic equipment like X-ray machine, which are readily available in smaller privately owned facilities. This underscored the urgent need for modern medical equipment in our healthcare system. Makurdi was used as our model design, and a suitable contractor was found to execute our idea. I'm glad that the product of our ideas and efforts is there for everyone to see. As mentioned by the contractor, the medical center is off the national grid and has an installed 50 kVA solar smart inverter system, which we are upgrading to 100 kVA. With a 100 kVA diesel power generator as backup in the rainy season and periods of heavy cloud cover. I charge the 401 Special Forces Brigade community to take ownership of this facility and maintain it well so that I can serve this community very well.
He also disclosed that similar projects are taking place in Ikeja Cantonment, Lagos.
I'm happy to announce that we have since commenced similar intervention on the Brigade Medical Centers in Lokoja and Ikeja Cantonment, Lagos, while that of the GIFs in Jalo Cantonment, Yola, is the next point of call. The intervention in our medical facilities is only one of our numerous efforts to upgrade our welfare facilities in line with the sound administration beam of my command philosophy. I believe support for the home front and a good welfare package are necessary to strengthen the moral component of fighting power.
The Army Chief thanked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his support to the Nigerian Army and acknowledged that these projects demonstrate government's appreciation to the Nigerian Army.
I thank Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of our Armed Forces for the support we have continued to receive. I equally appreciate the ministers and other leadership of the Ministry of Defense and the Chief of Defense Staff for their guidance and encouragement.
Projects like this kind are in line with one of the key enablers of General Lagbaja's philosophy, which gets towards improvement in service delivery. Shuli Daniels, Security Watch Africa.
Yeah, just some weeks ago, the Director of Public Relations and Information of the Nigerian Air Force, Air Vice Marshal Edward Gamkwet, was on this program, and he announced the 60th anniversary of the Nigerian Air Force. Security Watch Africa, Elizabeth Tanko, was at the Air Force headquarters and bring you the briefing that took place recently.
Since its establishment in 1964, the Nigerian Air Force, NAF, has continued to provide air power cover in securing the Nigerian's territorial integrity, which is in fulfillment of its mandate. This year, 2024, makes it its 60 years of the Nigerian Air Force establishment, and to celebrate this landmark anniversary, a lineup of activities has been planned. On Tuesday, the Chairman Organizing Committee, Air Vice Marshal Michael Ekwueme, unfolded the planned program at the NAF headquarters.
To mark this year's celebration, a series of activities have been lined up to enlighten the citizens of the contributions of the Nigerian Air Force in enhancing the security of our dear nation. Some activities will occur simultaneously in Nigerian Air Force units across the country. On May 20th, there will be the unveiling of the newly licensed Nigerian Air Force Microfinance Bank and the commissioning of several projects completed by the current leadership of the Nigerian Air Force in Abuja. The third African Air Forces Forum, conference and exhibition will take place from 23rd to 24th May at the International Conference Center, Abuja. Here we're expecting over 2,000 participants with over 30 Air Force chiefs, Air Forces, and 10 chiefs of air staff already confirming their participation. Also, we expect over 40 exhibitors, including major defense and aerospace players, such as Airbus, Embraer, Diamond Aircraft, Havelsan, Jet Aviation, and of course, our own DICOM. There will also be an Intercommand Nigerian Air Force Combat Sports Competition on 24th May at the newly completed and soon to be commissioned Nigerian Air Force Sports Complex, Asokoro, Abuja.
Air Vice Marshal Ekwueme reiterated the importance of this 60th anniversary, which is in line with one of the key enablers of the Chief of the Air Staff's command philosophy.
The theme of the celebration is Nigerian Air Force at 60, leveraging strategic partnerships in aerospace innovations for regional security. This is in line with one of the key enablers of the Chief of Air Staff's command philosophy, which is prioritizing research and development, leveraging cutting-edge technology and strategic partnerships. This year's theme is aimed at building on the partnerships to address contemporary security challenges, not only in the country, but across the African region.
Speaking further at the briefing, the Director of Public Relations and Information, Nigerian Air Force, Air Vice Marshal Edward Gamkwet, disclosed what next for the NAV after the celebration.
To be honest, this 60th anniversary couldn't have come at a better time for Nigerian Air Force. Because in the next 1 or 2 years, the Nigerian Air Force will be the third largest Air Force in Africa. And the reason is simple. We're expecting 12 AH-1 Zulu helicopters, fighter helicopters from the US, 24 M346 from Italy. In fact, 6 will be coming on stream this year. We're arriving this year. And we're getting the trackers, I think 12 again. So we're talking about 48 that will be coming to the country, and of course adding up to the other aircrafts we're expecting from Turkey and the ones that will receive the Super Tucanos and all of that.
Elizabeth Tanko, reporting for Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
Yeah, welcome back. Yes, we'll quickly take you to N'Djamena, the capital of Chad, where the headquarters of the Multinational Joint Task Force, MNJTF, is located. Security Watch Africa was one of those media organizations that was invited for a special meeting on the launching or the flagging off of the Operation Lake Sanity 2. Sit back as Shuli Daniels brings you this report.
Following successes recorded with the previous operations to improve security at the Lake Chad Basin and the need to sustain pressure against terrorists in the area, the Force Commander, Multinational Joint Task Force MNJTF, Major General Ibrahim Salihu Ali, has kicked off Operation Lake Sanity 2. To sensitize and buy in the cooperation of the public, the Force Commander hosted some representatives of media organizations from contributing countries, Nigeria, Chad, and Cameroon, minus Niger, due to the current political embargo in that country. At the meeting, a detailed briefing of the activities of the MNJTF was presented.
Its existence leveraged on a number of pillars to remain cohesive, decisive in the conduct of its operational activities. These pillars include coordination, partnership, critical mass, delivery, and reach. While the major threat element in the area of operations remains the Bakura, Jazz, and ISWAP terrorist group, the enhanced capacity and multilateral approach of the MNJTF in conjunction with national operations have continued to diminish the potency of the terrorists within the Lake Chad Basin, islands, and settlements. As part of the continuous effort by the MNJTF to contain and defeat terrorists within the area of operations, 8 major and several other operations were conducted, during which forces were projected in the fringes of the Lake Chad Islands with positive outcomes.
Major General Ali commended the media for effectively carrying out their duties and urged them to always balance their reports.
I want to thank you very much for the reportage you have been giving to us. In this case, Multinational Joint Task Force. You have been able to report a lot of our activities, a lot of our achievements. Please, when you are reporting on our operations, be mindful of the security situation, in the sense that you must balance what you are going to report against the security of our troops in the field.
In his usual style of always leading from the front, the Force Commander visited the troops in Derak, far northern region of Cameroon.
I'm very happy with the reception I have gotten today here from the Task Force Commander from Cameroon, Nigeria, and of course the Chadian Commander. We have gone around your quarters, we have seen your cookhouse, we have seen the communication room, we have seen the borehole built, we have seen the sick bay, and so many other places in this camp. It is not easy when you have soldiers from many countries coming together to carry out an operation.
In Baga, Borno State, Nigeria, officers and soldiers were in high spirit and ready to decimate the terrorists. Shuli Daniels, Security Watch Africa.
Yes, on Thursday, the Defense Headquarters Department of Media Operations briefed the media on the achievements of the Armed Forces of Nigeria in the last 2 weeks. Security Watch Africa Elizabeth Tanko was there, and she brings us this report.
The Armed Forces of Nigeria, AFN, has continued to take the fight against all forms of criminalities to the enclaves, hideouts, and operational locations of terrorists, insurgents, bandits, kidnappers, secessionist agitators, and crude oil thieves. In line with its desire to constantly inform Nigerians of the activities of each troop nationwide, the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, briefed the media on their activities in the last 2 weeks.
Troops neutralized 227 terrorists and arrested 529 of them. Troops also arrested 11 perpetrators of oil thefts and rescued 253 kidnapped hostages during the week. In the South-South, troops denied the oil thefts of the estimated sum of over 1 billion naira during the week.
The high point of this briefing was when the declaration of a foreign national, Halilu Buzo, as a wanted person. Major General Buba spoke further.
We are on the hunt of one Halilu Buzu. This Halilu Buzu is a leader, is a terrorist leader that hails from Buzu in the Republic of Niger. He settled in Sububu Forest, which is somewhere around Zamfara, as well as lives in Shinkafi local government area of Zamfara state. He has a camp for illegal gold mining located at Kawai in Anka local government area of Zamfara state, and he also has a lot of boys working for him.
The director emphasized the need for all Nigerians to continue to support the AFN in the fight against all forms of criminalities in the country.
Troops are fighting admirably in a very challenging, complex combat environment and have made significant progress. However, I must say that there is still a lot of work ahead, as there are still many more terrorists to be killed, many weapons to be recovered or destroyed, and many terrorist commanders and leaders to be taken off the battlefield.
Elizabeth Thanko, reporting for Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
Security Watch Africa, in continuation of its National Security Review report, visited the Northeast and was received at the headquarters of the Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai by the Theater Commander, Major General Wahid Shuaibu. And Shuli Daniels, Security Watch Africa Defense Correspondent, brings you the report.
In continuation of its National Security Review report, Security Watch Africa visited the headquarters of the Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai, OPHK, in Maduguri, Borno State. The team were received by the Theater Commander OPHK, Major General Wahid Shuaib, and his principal staff officers. To acquaint the team with operations and activities of the Theater Command, operational brief was given to highlight some of the achievements recorded by troops.
Since July 2021, the theater has been witnessing massive surrender of terrorists and their families to troops. Currently, a total of 110,349 Boko Haram fighters and their families have surrendered. Out of the surrendered persons, 19,373 were active male fighters, 33,980 are women, while 56,996 are children. Information obtained from the detailed debriefings of the surrendered terrorists are being continually factored into the operations of the theater. Such debriefings are routinely undertaken as more fighters continue to surrender in their numbers.
Responding to the brief, the Chief Executive Officer, Security Watch Africa, Patrick Akwambu, commended the troops for their commitment in restoring peace to the once troubled Northeast region.
For us in Security Watch Africa, I would say that we are part and parcel of the armed forces of Nigeria, particularly this theater. We have been here when it was very, very hot. We have been here when it was getting down, and we are here when it's almost being sorted out. Because I believe that very soon, these evil people will be sent away from our land, contrary to what some other people believe, and contrary to some section of the media would want to paint out there. We have been labeled so many names because they have called us military apologies so many times. But sometimes I throw it back at them and say, how many times have you taken the challenge to go to this theater of operations to see what happens there? I can't count how many times me and my team have been in this theater of operations. We have been there severally, and as far as Manufactory, as far as Guzon Malam, even Camp Zero and so many other places, so we can confidently tell people how it has been and how it is today. So I would only say well done to all of you.
In his remarks, the theater commander, Major General Shuaib, encouraged the team to visit the front lines and document what they see.
The issues about the repentant Boko Harams attacking police station and co. That presentation made by the Daily Trust, right? Daily Trust was false. Already the police have already refuted that claim, and the Commissioner for Security and in the state, Professor Tar, has also called a press conference to that. So the team is here now, Security Watch Africa, to come and see things for themselves. We are open. We'll make a presentation to you this morning. You will go down to that place and see for yourself what really transpired, and we'll believe that you will report what you see. So that's why we're granting you access, that for your own you can see by yourself and report to the Nigerian public the falsehood that was spread by that report.
The team also visited some communities that were adversely affected by the Boko Haram and Islamic States of West African province ISWAP's deadly attacks. The team left Maduguri to Bama, the headquarters of Bama local government area, through Konduga. Business activities and normalcy is fast returning to Bama town, and this was asserted by the Brigade Commander 21 Special Armored Brigade, Brigadier General Solomon Diwa.
The security situation in 21 Special Armored Brigade area of responsibility for now is relatively calm, but is fluid, because the situation can deteriorate at any time. As you know, we have been doing our best to provide a conducive environment for socio-economic activities within our AOR. We've been carrying out kinetic operations and non-kinetic operations also to ensure that we make the environment conducive for socio-economic activities to thrive and for everybody to go about their businesses.
From Bama, the team, passing through the fringes of the hitherto dreaded Sambisa forest, proceeded to Polka and met school children returning from school.
I like this one now.
The officer in charge of the forward operating base in Polka, Major General Yakubu, spoke on their assignments.
This FOB is really very important because it's strategically located. Okay. To my right, this side, down, you have the Sambisa forest, and then to my left, this side, you have the Mandara mountain. Oh. So, and you know, the strongholds of these terrorists is at the Sambisa forest, yeah, and then at the mountain, Mandara mountain. So this place is strategically located to serve as a blocking force for both sides.
For a wider coverage of the situation, the team traveled to Mafa in Mafa local government area and met with the commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel Kazim Onayoya, who briefed the team of the situation in their area of responsibilities.
With the presence of the military and our commitment to our job here has really had a great impact in what? Making people feel relaxed coming to settle down in Mafa. That is, I mean, the indigenous of Mafa. So, and as you can see for yourself, when you are coming down from Maiduguri, as you enter Mafa, you see a lot of activities going on. Even today is a market day as you speak. So there is no cause for alarm. We are here because of them, and we also guarantee their safety at any time.
Okay.
So it is the level of the commitment of the military that warrants that, and we continue to give our best.
Not done yet. The bustling city of Maiduguri was next, as the team captured very busy and peaceful environment both at day and night time. It is noteworthy to state that the troops under Operation Hardin Kai, led by the theater commander, Major General Wahid Shuaib, have continued to improve on the security situation in the state under their responsibilities. From what is currently on ground in the Northeast region, formerly known as the hotbed of terrorism and insurgency, is exemplary, as the troops have continued to annihilate those enemies of the society, making it safe for governance and the people to carry on with their lawful activities. Shirley Daniels, Security Watch Africa.
Welcome back. Yes, that is all we can bring to you this week. Fortunately, time is not our side. Join us again next week when we'll bring you another exciting edition. Until next week, bye for now.